highest hand, it reached too low. A crib upon a patch of snow. Now I wear the silk and play the saint. My love is thick, my heart is faint. Oh, RAKU, let me breathe. A hollow kiss, a knife to sheath. Oh, RAKU, let me breathe. I'll hug the ghost until he breaks. I'm Ruth and I'm leaving soon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Ruthless Roundtable, where we talk about Tyler Perry's Ruthless, and the subject or the title of this episode was entitled The AGRONYTES. Oh my God, and they came in with the shenanigans. But of course, y'all know I'm not on the roundtable by myself. I got to bring up the innovator, the creator of the Ruthless Roundtable, the one, the only, VACAY-J. What's up, Jay? VACAY-Nights, excuse me.
Hello, everyone. Hello, can you hear me loud and clear? VACAY-J is in the building. Yes, sensational.
Oh, gosh. Sensational. Okay, I'm not mad at that. And it was sensational. It was sensational, Jay.
Yes, how are you, man?
I'm good. I'm sorry. Let me get my manners together. How are you, Jay? I'm good. How are you?
VACAY-Nights is very well, and I shall appear when Obadiah summons us.
My God, not Obadiah. We don't want to F with Obadiah, but okay, the damn devil. Before we get started, what's up to P. Bronson? What's up to Demetria Richburg?
Hey.
Yes. Welcome to the live. Thank you all so much for coming through. What's up, Patrice? Thank you for coming through, and let us know where you guys are tapping in from. Let me know where y'all are at. I'm in Georgia, of course, and you know, if Jay wants y'all to know where he at, he'll let y'all know.
I am on the RAKU campus at the moment.
My God, get him off the compound. And you know, we're gonna get this thing started. We're supposed to have one additional, but we're gonna get this thing started because you know we got things to do. Shout out to Alabama.
Hey.
Shout out to Alabama. I got a couple of folks in Alabama, and I always go to a casino over there in Alabama. I ain't gonna tell nobody where, but from time to time I'm able to hit it up. So.
My father's from Alabama.
Nice. Shout out to Alabama. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let me get this together. So listen, y'all. Now, if y'all noticed, my thumbnail was not accurate, right? And I did that on purpose. Because, you know, of course, VACAY-J was like, we got Jamie Foxx. We got Jamie Foxx on the compound. You know how, y'all know how Jay do. If he sees something that is not of its norm, he's gonna talk about it a little bit. And so let me go ahead and bring this on the screen for you guys.
We had a special guest on the compound, but yes, Jamie Foxx was on the compound.
And I did it for a reason. But before we continue, y'all just look at this. Just keep looking. Yes, I know Jamie Foxx has made his way to the compound. But not only has Jamie made his way to the compound, we got my girl EJ in the building. What's up, EJ? How you doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Wonderful,
nice, lovely,
sensational.
EJ, as you can see, Jay's camera is off, so you know it's about to be some shenanigans, right? I'm just letting you know in advance, okay?
Yeah, I see that.
Shout out to Miami 305, okay? That's where I reside sometimes. My home. Okay, all right. So listen, as I was saying, EJ, and Jay, my thumbnail was not accurate, and it was for a reason, because I need you guys and I need everybody in the chat. Let me know who does not belong in this picture. Plus, I want to see how much TV y'all have been watching over the last month, because when I say they have been hitting us over the head with TV after TV after TV, great TV shows, raggedy TV shows, but they've been hitting us with a lot of stuff. And I just want to see if you guys can recognize who don't belong. Okay, I see you, EJ. I also want the chat. I need to see what y'all thinking. Who y'all think don't belong? And these are some ruthless people, by the way, I might add. Jay, you have any thoughts on who might not belong in this image? And of course, my girl EJ is already chiming in the chat. It's one specific one that I did for EJ that definitely don't belong. Okay.
I know who's not in the picture at all.
Not you, Jay. No, you're not in the picture.
The AGRONYTES are not in the picture.
But who don't belong in the picture is the question.
I see Madam from all of the queens of the men's.
Of course.
I don't know who that scary woman is. That looks very
from the Vampire Lestat, the queen of the. Okay,
that's something you guys cover. Okay.
All
Jupiter
right.
Jones, yes, Jupiter Jones. I wanted to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it was good or not. You guys can tell
good.
me.
I've watched it. It's good.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, okay. Thank you for just playing along with me on my shenanigans. Yes, these people are not on the Rockadoosh compound. We got Madam, of course, and Priscilla, but this is also Jupiter Jones, Demetria. So thank you for your response. And then we got Akasha, who, if she made her way to the compound, she would rip the highest and Obadiah a 2-piece and a sandwich. Okay, she would break them all down. So thank you guys. Like I said, thank you all for engaging. But we're gonna move right on along because Ruth, she is the sacred mother, right? And she needs to be respected by any means necessary. Bump what Elder Mother talking about, bump what Obadiah talking about. The highest has stated that the sacred mother is the queen of all being, and she is the creator of this baby that's coming along, and she must be respected. However, this man right here didn't give a damn about what the highest said. He proceeded to choke Ruth up, and then she had to make the excuse of, oh, well, I get kind of, basically get a little sensitive when it comes to, when you talk about Ruby. And so, I apologize. I know it took everything in her to apologize to this raggedy ninja right here. EJ, any thoughts with Obadiah and our girl Ruth? Oh my God, we got to pray for the sacred mother because this demon is just not going to let her be.
Okay, and is not. Obadiah is in a power struggle right now. At this point, he is mad because he wants to be the one that's whispering in the highest ear. And unfortunately, Ruth and that vicious cootie cat is the one that is whispering in his ear right now, and he just can't handle it. So, and then low key felt like he wanted to maybe see what it was all about too. Like, I was getting that vibe from him. Like, why is the highest so caught up? Why do he like you like this much? Like, what is it about you? Like, he was just giving off a weird vibe as well. But Ruth always gonna come out on top. But I ain't like the way he was putting his hands on her. Like, bruh, chill out. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I wasn't with that either. I'm like, girl, can you knee him? Like, you could literally knee him, take him out to the woods, unlive him, and the highest wouldn't even know about it. Jay?
Yes, he was a little bit too close for comfort for me. Like, he looked like even right here, he looks like he wants to kiss her or something. But yes, I did, just like EJ said, I did get that weird vibe. Like, he was looking her up and down while talking trash to her. Like, he's a weird dude. And yeah, this is a similar storyline to the original Dikahn, Anthony, of wanting to be right next up under the highest and having control and power. So yes, yeah, but she did the right thing. I'm sorry, I was a little rash, just to get out of that situation, because she did the right thing. Like, that was an evasive maneuver, because she could have kept talking trash. She could have kept being like, you know what, that spit is still on the ground. You can go lick it if you want to, right? But she noticed that, hey, this dude, he don't care. He will choke her out right away. So she did the right thing.
That part. And right after that, though, Jay, she had a moment where I feel like that moment where she went around the side of the building and she started like crying and choking up.
Yeah.
I feel like that was her moment to kind of grieve Ruby, aka Callie. And I felt bad for her because I'm like, dang girl, like you are really, really going through all the ish. And that was her moment to grieve. But we also got to see, and this is that moment. I'm sorry I didn't speed it up, but that's that moment where she took that moment to grieve. Any quick thoughts on just her having that moment to grieve? Because we really hadn't seen her really cry other than her being in that punishment trailer with Joan and Zane. We never really saw any after effects, any other tears, you know, kind of fall down. So Jay and EJ, any thoughts on her having this moment?
Yeah, everything has happened so fast, and we're on what, the 3rd episode now. So she had to take that moment. That was pretty much the only moment that she can get. But I felt bad for her because what he said to her in the last episode was, you know, about Ruby, about blowing her up, about him not really caring. Like, yeah, she's the one that took us to that elevated us by blowing her up. And I was just like, man, I would have just knocked him in the face if I was her. But like I said, she did the right thing. But I did feel bad for her in that moment.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad that she's showing emotion. I mean, it's about time that we, you know, get to see that emotion, because we know that that's where all of this is coming from. She's on demon time right now, but she has to be strategic with it, and she hasn't had time to really grieve like a normal person would grieve, you know. And I know everybody grieves differently because some people don't even cry, but when I say normal, everything about the Rakadushi is abnormal, so you don't get to have what one would consider to be normal feelings and emotions and process things the way most people would consider you know, like how most people would go through a grieving process. She hasn't really had a chance to really do that. And so I think this was just one of those moments. She was by herself and she just took it, but it as you can see, it couldn't even last that long. She had to get right back into pretend mode, right back to the, you know, to the acting.
Yeah. Yep. And she's a hell of an actor, boy. She did what she had to do. Had the conversation. The Hyatts was talking about his food, so she was like, "Let me go check and see what's going on with this food." And we have Elder Mother, y'all. Our favorite person, Elder Mother Supreme Elder Mother, Dr. Elder Supreme Mother. All them names, all those titles that she has given herself. We see Ruth and her basically having this conversation, and she mentions the salt, which it throws me back all the way to season 1 when Oliver and Tally threw out that white substance. Was it really salt that they threw out, or was it really the poison? Is this some trickery? Because we got this whole new little bottle of concoction that can literally take everybody to sleep. So EJ, did that even cross your mind about, you know, about what they did way back then with that big white jar, that jar with that white substance in it? Or are you still here to say that that was poison? That's what they really got rid of?
I think that they got rid of the poison back then. And I didn't think about it, honestly. I didn't think about it, but I do still think that they got rid of the poison. Honestly, I still don't. I don't know if they have any more poison here. Like, I feel like, didn't Ruth get rid of another set that they had? Like,
just
at some
that
point,
jar, that little droplet, that
another
container.
one, not
Another
that one,
one?
but I felt like she had got rid of something at another point in time when they were trying to drink the Kool-Aid. I don't know. I just don't think that this cyanide exists. If that's what it is, I don't think the poison exists.
Okay. Jay, any thoughts on that? Because they got me all messed up. Like, I just knew good well way back in season 1 or 1.5 that they had threw that darn poison out, and now all of a sudden we got this little droplet. And at this very moment, Elder Mother keeps talking about the food is just not gonna taste the same because of some freaking salt. Elder Mother, if you're such a top chef, then that food should taste good regardless.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is, we remember how Tally and what was it, Oliver threw out the cyanide a long time ago. I think that she had a little bit left, and if you remember, that little whatever glass whatever jar was kind of hiding in plain sight behind in the cupboard. So I think
Right.
that was like Elder Mother Marva's special hiding place for that little poison that she had left that she was going to use for the Kool-Aid for that special moment. But Ruth found it.
Right.
So, you know, it was kind of hiding in plain sight on looking like salt, but it wasn't. You know,
Okay,
so I
so
think that's
Jay.
what it was. Yeah.
So Jay, now that you mentioned that, do you think that Elder Mother was high strung on finding that little bottle so she could put that in Ruth's food? Because at this point now, we're not trusting Elder Mother.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if she's going to use it in the food, but you know, I think her saying, "Oh, it doesn't have enough salt," was her trying to poke at Ruth to see if Ruth said, "Oh yeah, I remember seeing the salt over here," because that would have been a giveaway as to where the poison was, because the poison was in that little salt jar. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking, that Elder Mother was just trying to poke and see what she was going to say as far as not having enough salt.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see. And then this is the moment where Ruth is telling the highest, listen, the food, Elder Mother says the food is not going to be as tasty as it used to be. And at this moment, EJ, this is where Ruth is like trying to turn the highest against Elder Mother Supreme, because she ain't cooking the way she used to cook. She's not her food is not putting you to sleep or relaxing you the way that, you know, it used to. So what was your thoughts on just this conversation between Ruth and the highest? And then she's like trying to take a dig at Elder Mother.
I mean, and just to go back one second, I still think that bottle was his medicine. For whatever reason, I think that was his make him relax medicine that Ruth done got rid of. I don't even think that it was the poison. And so when I see this, and when she says that about the food, I'm thinking that she wasn't able to put his happy pills in there because the happy pills are gone because Ruth got rid of them, is what I'm thinking has really happened. And then, of course, you know, Ruth got to find every way to throw shade. She's already been saying that everybody around you ain't no good, right? Everybody around you is the problem. So if I'm her, every chance that I get, I'm planting the seed that everybody around you is a problem, no matter if it's big, small, little, whatever the thing is, I'm planting that seed every single time. And I feel like this was just another little seed, because I mean, this man is easily manipulated at the end of the day, especially when he's not medicated. Unmedicated Tyrone just is a free fall for whomever can get to him at the time, right?
Right.
And so I think that this is just Ruth's little plan of, you know, baby steps. I mean, we know she got to escalate this plan, but if we can get him to stop trusting certain people, then we are one step closer to being able to complete our ultimate mission, which is take Tyrone out. Get rid of him.
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's baby steps, just like you said, EJ. Jay, any thoughts on Ruth, you know, trying to dissect and eliminate a lot of people from the brain of the highest Elder Mother, because she's like a mother in her mind. She's like a mother to the highest, and she's like the closest figure that he would have to a mother. So is it smart to play this game of taking Elder Mother off the board, off the board, you know, eliminate her
absolutely.
as one of his confidants?
Absolutely. This is psychological warfare. So this is her way of really disarming the highest to the point where he is just eliminating his own people from guarding him, so she can have the ultimate revenge on him. So yes, I agree. I agree with EJ as well. Like this is her game. This is what she has to do. This is her plot. And I feel like she's just kind of like figuring it out along the way. It's like, all right, let me just make him not trust Obadiah. Let me not make him not trust you know, Elder Mother. He already doesn't trust River. We already got him out of the way, right? So one by one, I'm gonna knock down these other pieces on a chessboard to just get to him, and he won't have any defense, and I will be in power. Sensational.
I like it. Oh God. This man done said sensational. Wait a minute. You threw me the hell off, Jay. Something wrong with my boy, but we're gonna talk about Dr. Marva, Elder Mother Supreme. Okay, we gotta talk about her because now she in here talking about not only is she asking Zane to help her find her salts or find her products, but now she has declared herself as the doctor, y'all. She is the good doctor. We also see that Peter has literally risen from the dead. However, Peter has not just risen, but he can't walk right now. He doesn't have motion, or he's not able to lift his hands. He's not able to do anything. And Rivers is shook because, dang, if he really remembers the last conversation that he and I had, he could go and tell the highest that, I tried to escape and I was going, or that I tried to escape and I was going to take him with me. But Elder Mother is, it's another miracle. The RAKU has. Jay, talk to me about your Elder Mother, Dr. Elder Mother Marva, and EJ chime in as well on Dr. Elder Mother Marva, honey. Why is she like this?
First of all, me like the picture that you had of me. So I want you to bring that back real quick because me love the picture. It was wonderful. Oh, praise the RAKU, right? But me know that me a doctor. Remember, me was a nurse. Me was a nurse in the hospital. Okay, so because me a nurse, I'm automatically the RAKU doctor. Okay, so don't knock my hustle. Okay, me gonna help the people. I'm gonna put a pin in his head. But Peter, oh my God, I'm so happy he's alive. This is a miracle. But for him to back to me. For him to wake up and be like, oh, I can't move. Who are you? Okay, look, I understand he got popped in the head. I don't see where the bruise is. Maybe it's on the back of his head, right? But this man is like, who are you? Now he has amnesia. This is wild. I mean, as of right now, this is a stall for River because once he regains his memory, I think he's going to rat on River and River is going to be up the river, right? So I'm looking forward to that. Tyler is stretching this thing out. I was very surprised to see that Peter is alive. But cool. I'm with it. I'm open for this storyline. How it's going to play out, we shall see. But Elder Mother Marva is just extra. She's just super extra with it. What's another miracle? Oh my God. Get out of here.
Okay. Okay, definitely. Listen, before you say that, before you reply, EJ, or respond, I just want to say I feel like Peter got some kind of plot armor from somewhere. Like they literally, and I love Dikahns. Don't get me wrong, I love the actor who portrays Peter. However, I just feel like it was like a trade. We're gonna get rid of Dikahns, Lenny Thomas, and we're gonna keep Peter, Peter, aka Dikahns. What the hell had done happened? EJ, I'm sorry. I had a moment because why?
Girl, that would be the question if that was the case. Like that would definitely be the question. I'll never forgive anybody for getting rid of Dikahns. Dikahns, I don't care what he did, he could do whatever, and I would still love him and talk ish about him all at the same time, but still love him nonetheless. So that was like the worst thing they could have ever done. Shout out to Lenny. Shout out to Lenny. Love you, boo.
Yes.
Yes. But anyway,
we're still trying to be Miss O-Face, so some kind of way y'all can work that out.
Number 2 for a minute, okay? But this is just dumb. Like everything about this is just completely stupid and ignoramus. Because the way, if I'm River, the way Peter would have never been, we would have never even figured out if Peter remembered anything or not. Because Peter would have got popped out there in that field. He had his opening to be able to pop Peter and just get rid of him altogether. If you are so focused on trying to live through the RAKU and make sure that you don't go to that upper RAKU room, then why would you let Peter live anyway? Like, that's just the dumbest thing that you could have ever done, in my opinion. I think that now you are worried for no reason. I mean, well, not for no reason. In other words, You didn't have to put this on yourself. It's enough pressures in the Rakadushi camp that you didn't have to put this one on yourself with everything that was going on. This was just a free fall. I'm sorry. Peter would have had to go on to that RAKU, that special RAKU place, whatever, wherever they go. He would have just had to be there, because I'm not finna risk what you gonna say, because at this point, this is all about survival mode. Like, everybody in here is trying to survive. And clearly, Peter has the ability to take away my survival. So I got to take him out. We're not in a real world anymore, Tikadushi. We not there. We got to play the game. And the game said Peter should have got popped. So whatever happens to River at this point, because he was trying to be all sensitive, he talking about he was going, maybe he'll protect. Sir, he not, no. You should have popped him and kept it going and kept it pushing. Like, seriously.
Yeah, because he ran over there telling Obadiah, and Obadiah popped him again, telling Obadiah, I got to talk to the highest. Like, River, the highest should be the very last person that you would want to talk to, considering the fact this man already said that I'm going to jack you up before the end of the night, and you only got spared because of Ruth. And now you want to go and be Captain Save him. Listen, Peter would have been buried alive. Whatever happened. The other guy even told him, listen, he can't help us anymore, so we might as well go ahead and send him on up to the upper RAKU. But here we go with River. So River said, all right, well, F this, my life might be on the line. I'm gonna get to him though. My bad, y'all, I jumped ahead of myself. We're gonna come back and talk about River, but River is a fool. He played himself in all of this. So we get to the FBI. We have a conversation between Cal as well as Desiree, and Desiree is saying, okay, well, maybe we can stall them out. We can let's see if we can turn all the resources off, the water, the utilities, the electricity. Let's see if we can turn all of that stuff out, or turn all of that stuff off. And she gets a call. She places a call to the water, gas, and light department, and they say, okay, yeah, whenever you're ready to shut it down, we can shut it down. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all, we need Teresa, and we need our boy George to go to the freaking compound. To go back to the compound after all they have endured. This man ain't got no eggplant at this point, and you want him to go back to the compound. This woman has been brutalized, abused, and everything else, and you guys want her to go back to the compound. EJ, what the hell? Why? And why is George okay with, okay, I'll do it to get him? Bruh, are you trying to save yourself a sentence, or are you not right in the head? What's wrong with your boy, EJ? After EJ. Oh my God, that stressed me out so bad.
Okay. So I think everybody has bumped their head after this whole tobacco war, from River to George and even the FBI. Like, you guys, EJ, you mentioned it last week. Like, no medical care for this man. He's been gotten his schlong cut off. You just put him in jail, no hospital, no nothing, right? You just want to use him. Typical. Typical stuff, right? So this makes no sense. Yeah, I need you guys to go in there and shut down the water tower. I'll be like, hell nah, that's y'all job, okay? I don't work for y'all unless you got a deal for me, but y'all didn't even give me a deal. Teresa's still flirting with Desiree. I mean, you ain't gonna get nowhere, Teresa. Just stop. You ain't gonna get nowhere. Cal is right there. He gonna cock block you. It's not happening. Okay. The conversation though between these two though, and I don't know if you mentioned it, was very interesting. I just want to mention that real quick about how Teresa was saying, there's no hope. This evil is evil. Evil's always gonna win. Yeah, this part, the part that they was kind of talking. Yeah, this was very interesting because she was like, yo, if you have your hand up, evil's butt as far as a puppet, then how good are you? You know what I'm saying? So she was kind of making sense. Like, yo, evil's going to win and evil kicked your ass. So now you plan on going back. And again, makes no freaking sense to me. So everybody bumped their head. This is crazy. Salute to the writing, but wild writing. This is wild. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. And she told him, she definitely read him for, she let him know you're just as bad as the ones that are on that Rakadushi compound. You might as well put you on a purple outfit or a black suit or something. You're not helping me. You actually trying to take me out. And you sitting here trying to torture me to get answers. Like, again, you're just as bad. You're just as bad as the Rakadushi.
Girl, absolutely. Like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get this off my chest because I hate the FBI in Ruthless. I hate them so much. This got to be the stupidest, dumbest. Well, it probably ain't the stupidest or dumbest one that they done came up with yet, but it is definitely a stupid and a dumb one. And it also just shows that even Desiree at this point, which I feel like we used to give her so much more credit because she seemed like the only one that had common sense out of all of these people that she was in the room with. But even she has lost all of her common sense, y'all. Like, she has lost every last single bit of her common sense. Maybe because she keep taking these L's, I don't know. The highest is not that bright. Y'all should not be on the losing end of this the way that y'all are. Because the way I see it is that when baby girl got blew up, all hell would just have to break loose right then. You already done blew up a kid right here in front of us. Why are we running away? We should have been running through that compound and ending this a long time ago, but no, instead we was retreating the other way. Lives would have just had to been lost. He already done blew up a kid. No, we're about to go up in here. So I just feel like they are so backwards. And now instead of you, because the way I see it, my finesse twin is a victim, y'all. He is a victim and he needs to be treated like he is a victim. I don't give a darn what was going on inside of there, because if you ask me, all he was trying to do was just, get a little something, eat a few free meals, and have some free rent. That's all finesse twin number 2 was trying to do. Okay, he didn't do nothing wrong. So he come out looking battered, bruised, and everything, and missing a body part clearly. And the first thing you want to do is lock him up. And now you want to ask him to go back in after he done got out? How is he supposed to answer these questions when he go back in there? Like, right. Y'all really are not reading the room of what is happening over here in the Rakadushi camp, because if y'all were, this wouldn't even be, I'm with the other dude. Let's just go up in here and run up in here and just end this thing. Bump it off. Whoever died. But we gonna run up in here and end it. And the idea of trying to stall him out with you see how they living? They is living in filth, squalor, and all types of other stuff. Do you really think these people? We don't even see people wash their hands, wash their butt, nothing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like every now and again, we get a little scene with them taking a shower, but we done seen so many schmeck scenes and ain't nobody cleaning up after. They just going to cook food. I'm just saying, like, do you think that this is going to deter them in any way, form, or fashion? No, like these are dumb plans and they need to leave my finesse twin alone. I don't care about this other chick because I don't know her like that, but leave my baby alone. Do not send him back up in here.
Yeah, that's an extremely crazy idea. They want them to go, like Jay said, drain the tower. And the tower is literally in the center of the freaking compound, which listen, they do have the right to say no. Like George and Teresa do have the right to say no. But they're willing, and I think it's because they think they may be getting some type of deal. I think I mean, bruh, whatever gonna happen to y'all. But I do like what Demetrius said. Demetrius said, I would tell the FBI to unalive me now, because if he's seen on that compound, they're definitely going to torture him. And I absolutely 100% agree with you. I don't see prediction. Drop it in the chat if y'all think if George goes back to this compound, do y'all see him making it out alive? George definitely belongs in the hospital, soaking in some peroxide between his legs. He need a sitz bath. He need all of the things. Okay, I'm just saying. Shout out to the members. Say what, Jay?
That's not sensational to have peroxide in your middle section.
Well, it'll feel better than alcohol. That's all I can say, because I know every time he take a leak, it's stinging right now. So.
Okay.
So listen, y'all, I gotta ask y'all, because Sheriff Conley, we know we be happy when anything happened to him, because he's a dirtbag, dirty old Sheriff Conley. But this man is literally sleeping through this entire conversation. Do y'all think that there is something wrong with Conley? Now, I have heard there's sleep apnea, there's narcolepsy. What do y'all think? Is this man checking up out of here? Because in the beginning, they always, and they should know not to write something that a person that has been watching the show since season 1 may happen to remember. Conley claims, or one of his sheriff deputies said that Conley was on dialysis. Now, Conley hasn't had any rockadushi food, any specialty care to kind of help with this kidney situation. Do y'all think that Conley is about to be up out of here in this particular moment? Or is that man just sleeping so good because he's so tired that he ain't trying to hear nothing they're saying? EJ, what are y'all thinking?
Yeah, I think that we just have a little bit of a continuity situation going on, and that's fine. That's okay. We watch the Ruthless not for the continuity at this point. We watch it because they hella crazy, you know what I'm saying? And they be doing the most, and we love the insaneness of it all. But I think that's really what it is. But I do think that the sheriff is just over it. Like, is this over with already? Like, y'all gonna go in there or not? Like, what y'all gonna do? Because he not gonna do anything. He can't help him in any way. They not gonna let him go. At this point, the sheriff is just like, you know what? I'm gonna do what the elderly do: take naps, go to sleep, and just and tune everybody else out. And I just feel like that's where he's at with this. He don't care no more. Like, they dumb anyway. He don't figure that much out. He's like, y'all ain't gonna never get this done. So let me just go ahead and be mute to the world. That's my thought.
Charlie say F this. I'm gonna just sleep through it all. Jay.
You know the sheriff don't do nothing. This is his normal regular time when he is napping. That man is cutting wood. And I'm just laughing at him, okay? And yes, he don't got nothing else to do. What else is he there? There's no use for him. Okay, like yeah, they said they was going to ask him questions. They still haven't asked him questions. As long as he went to the bathroom, maybe got a little bit of something to eat. It's time to take my old man nap. Those naps are very powerful. I love taking a nap, okay, as an older man. So you know, I feel you. So let that man sleep. He got paid to sleep. Okay.
And he definitely got paid. He definitely got paid to sleep. I'm not mad at it. Put me in the scene where all I gotta do is sleep.
You know what I mean?
Get camera time. Y'all get the camera on my face. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it as well. All right, so we got the trial, y'all. We got the trial, and this a whole trial situation was Obadiah's idea. We want to know, are our soldiers, are these Rakadushi soldiers strong enough to fight for the right of the highest when the war goes down, right? And so we see, of course, Manny is there. We got all these other soldiers that we may have not seen in a while. I forgot the new guy who's standing right next to Manny's name. He came at the end of the last season, but we got, and then so they said, okay, well, shirts off and black t-shirts, because literally the AGRONYTES are in the building. What did y'all think when y'all saw Obadiah basically tell the highest to his face, yeah, I let these people in the compound and there ain't nothing you could do about it? EJ. I knew this. I knew some shenanigans. I knew some shenanigans.
We are in the building. The AGRONYTES are here. Who are these weak soldiers, these 15 bitch-ass Negroes, okay? The AGRONYTES are now here. I am VACAY Knight. And these punks are gonna get beat down. That is correct. So yes, I only appear when Obadiah has summoned me. But we are here to beat them down. What is your question?
Why? Why did the highest think it was okay for Obadiah to just let these random people in after he said, listen, don't nobody get to come in unless I basically say the word? And Obadiah said, F that. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
That is correct. That is correct, because we are the strong, they are the weak. You look at these punks, they took off their shirts. What the hell? Why did you take off your shirt? Nobody told you to do that. Okay, so We are coming to beat your ass. We're gonna take some shoehorns and we're gonna beat you up. And you, if you survive, you're gonna become a Negro Knight, just like us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, this thing is hot.
DJ,
Oh, okay.
I bet. Lord have mercy.
Then leave it to Jay.
Okay. I like it though. I like it. Hey,
We in the building.
cosplay is in the building. Oh, vacay nights. EJ, any thoughts on the
Negro
shirtless?
Knights.
Girl, I got a lot of thoughts over this, as you probably already know. Okay, so first of all, I was up too late watching this. I was up in the middle of the night. It had to be about 1, 2, and I don't know what time in the morning it was. It was late though. And when I saw this scene, I immediately was just like, what the heck? I hate how every time we see the highest, it's just like he just keeps devolving each and every time, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And he is not standing on business. If you're going to be the highest, at least stand on business. I feel like when Dikahns was around, and yes, I'm about to go here, because I feel like when Dikahns was around, we stood on way more business than we ever stand on now. It is clear that Obadiah is trying to pull a coup here. There's no way you ever going to bring your men up in there and then get rid of my men. If anything, we going to add to the men, because that's what makes more sense. It makes more sense to add to the men, not take out the other men, and now all we got is your men who don't even know me. I don't even know if they believe in the RAKU. I don't know what they believe in, because you just done brought these people up in here, and I said what I said when I said don't bring nobody up in here, and you still bringing them up in here. The way you would have took you and your men up out of there, because the way all them guns would have been pointing on you, y'all all can get up in this car and leave. And how y'all get up in here anyway, but the FBI can't get up in here, because the way I see it, the FBI should have infiltrated them, and who should have been getting out of that doggone car was the FBI. How are they letting these people get around them like this, y'all? I don't understand, and it's pissing me off. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. And I don't get the highest at this point, because this is right for the taking. But all he's doing is making this harder for Ruth now. Because, you know, my loyalty is always going to be with Ruth, trying to get her get back in her revenge, because I'm all on the revenge. When the highest is, listen, if she take the highest out, I'll be happy. But you just making it that much harder for her. And now you got all these men in here who do not respect you because they don't know you. They respect Obadiah. That is who they are there to follow. And now you've given them the keys. You've given them the reign. They are the people that is supposed to be protecting you. And all you got left is Manny and Andrew. Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't like Manny. Let's get that straight. But as far as people that we've seen and that we know, and that, you know, we halfway know what side Manny is on most of the time, but he's a familiar face at least. You know what I'm saying? So now we have no familiar faces, and everything has shifted into Obadiah's over to his side, and the highest act like he can't see it. He act like he just so dumb at this point. And last but not least, and I'm just gonna say it and say it again, who unalives their own men in the middle of a war? Nobody does that.
Yeah.
The strong shall survive. The strong shall survive. And we have to get rid of the weak and keep the strong. And the highest, he is blinded, just like Obadiah said. She is a scourge to the RAKU because of the power of the P. The P power. The P power has his mind blinded. You are right, EJ. Because if this was Anthony, he would beat Anthony down.
Yeah.
Right? You have disobeyed me. How dare you? But because of the power of the P, he is weak. All right. So he's not thinking properly. So I agree with you. This makes no sense. But we are here. We are here to take over.
Yeah, I hear y'all here to take over, but I also feel like the highest has some type of hold on, or Obadiah has some type of hold on the highest.
Yes.
He keeps trying to blame it on Ruth, but he's sneaking and conniving and doing a lot of things as well behind the highest's back, as we can see, bringing the AGRONYTES onto the compound. We see that, you know, after this whole scuffle, Manny is literally the last man standing, and that did not shock shocked me because Manny is like one of the biggest, the bulkiest on this whole team of Ruthless, or excuse me, Rakadushi soldiers, right? And he beat down some AGRONYTES. So now he is an AGRONYTE. But I always felt like Manny was still under the control of Obadiah. He probably faked the funk as if he was working with the highest, but I feel like he has always been down with Obadiah because Obadiah has this mind control thing that he's able to literally do to like program people. And I feel like, you know, Manny was supposed to be playing the role. He's supposed to be securing and being the security of Ruth, but it's the Obadiah factor. Okay, I'm gonna do what the highest tells me to do so that they don't know that I'm really truly just rocking with Obadiah like that. So this is gonna be some trouble. This is gonna be some trouble, y'all.
Yeah.
It's the takeover. It is the takeover.
This is you never know about Manny. You never know about him.
Right.
Yes.
Flip flop, flip flop, hippity up, right?
That's right.
Another trial that took place though was Ruth, and she had to close her eyes to do pop, 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 pop. But she goes to Andrew, which shocked me because I was like, girl, you know we can't trust Andrew. We don't know what side Andrew is on from night to day, day to night. And so she goes to Andrew and says, this next trial, you need to sit it out, stand all the way to the right so that, because basically I'm about to start popping off some people. You need to not even be in this one because you might get hit by some things. EJ, talk about Ruth just going to Andrew and letting him know, listen, this is what's about to go down. You need to sit this one out.
You know, Andrew is another one of those people that sometimes I don't know which side he's on. And not when it comes to Obadiah or the highest, but when it comes to the Rakadushi and the FBI. I don't know what team Andrew is on most of the time. Sometimes I think he really want to get up out of here, and sometimes I think he really don't want to get up out of here. I don't know, but I do kind of understand him at the same time, because if I get up out of here, they already think I flipped. I'm probably going to jail. The jail ain't no place for the FBI. If I stay up in here and try to ride this out as long as I possibly can, I got a little bit of a chance. So just wanted to get that part out. But as far as Ruth and going to him, I feel like she has to have some allies. And right now, I think that Andrew is still a safe ally for her because of the fact that we know that deep down inside somewhere, sometimes he might actually care about them getting out of there. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that this is the best option for her, because out of him and Manny, this the one I'm saving. This the one that I'm going to try to have on my team anyway. So I like that she did that. And I think this reinforces for Andrew that maybe she ain't went all the way left yet, and that maybe she still has a focus and a plan, because he really was thinking she gone. And I think that he started trying to do his own thing because he thought that her plan was, that she had lost it. And I think this lets him know, hey, she hasn't lost it. Maybe we can still stay focused and ride this out with her. That's what I think.
Well, I hope this does work, because he is the reason why we're actually having this whole trial. He was the one that went to Obadiah and told Obadiah, I'm on your side. I'm with you. I'm a Rakadushi. I'm here for the RAKU. And now we got everybody fighting against everybody. We got these random dudes. We got Jay on the compound, the VACAY-JAYTV. Like we got this whole freaking war. This internal war. I'm gonna try to trust Andrew EJ, but I don't know. Andrew he flip-flop way too much. Even the highest told him on the last episode, we don't know what side you on. You hear that you're talking to the FBI, you're trying to save yourself, you're trying to do this. So I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. I hope Andrew get his mind cells together. But this is the trial. This is the trial, Jay, where Ruth has to bop, 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 bop. What did you think about this particular trial compared to not just the fighting trial that they had to do, but now she has to pop off some people with her eyes closed. So she's bound to pretty much hit anybody, okay?
As part of the Negro Knights, I thought it was sensational.
And even though the Negro Knights got popped.
I thought it was sensational. Bye-bye. You got to go because you just... It's part of the RAKU. Okay, we do believe in the RAKU, just so you know. Okay, all right. We down with the RAKU. It's just we go about it a different way. This was scary. Let me take this off because this thing is hot as hell. this was scary to me. Like Ruth, she has great muscle memory because I was actually afraid for Andrew and that he was lined up that way. And I was wondering if this was going to be it for Andrew, to be honest with you. But
Right.
she did tell him, like, look, get into this trial, not the last one. All right. And I agree with you, EJ. Like, he was the only one in the other episodes when they were asking her questions and she was like, no, it was the RAKU. He was the only one that got it. He's like, oh, okay, we should go to sleep and we'll talk in the morning. Like, he's the only one that gets what Ruth is about to do. Because he was the first one to say, oh, I get it. She's about to take out the highest. So because he gets it, you're right. Let me get Andrew, keep Andrew on my side. I'm going to save you because you need to be around to help me execute what you already know I'm going to do, which is to take out the highest ultimately. So this child, though, was crazy. And I felt for her, but she did her thing. Like, she was very brave in the moment to close her eyes and pap, pap. Wow. I was very surprised by this, but she held it down.
Yeah, and also just speaking of, you know, her having to do this particular act, she goes back to the trailer, and of course we see Manny escorting her back to the trailer, and he tells her, you know, unaliving somebody is, you know, I know you're gonna feel, you know, a certain type of way, and then she has this whole mini breakdown, flashing back to her popping and seeing the faces of all these people that she has literally just popped unalived, and that was a crazy scene. I just gotta say, shout out to whoever's idea it was, and I wish I could play it without Paramount trying to charge me, but I ain't gonna mess it up like that. But the way that it all played out, and then it went from color to black and white to her having that flashback, and then she sliding down the walls, y'all. I just can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, she had that moment. EJJ, any particular thoughts? Just how the way they played that last moment for her out?
Yeah, first and foremost, a shout out to Ruth, because listen, girl, she had to do what she had to do. She had to go pop, pop, pop. See, Ruth then had to go into a whole nother place at this point. Like, in order to survive the Rakadushi, you cannot be what you were on the outside, or at least you have to bring some of that and be able to amplify it to the 50th power, because you have to literally turn into somebody else that you may not recognize. And I feel like this is where we see Ruth at right now. Like, she's turning into somebody that we don't necessarily recognize, and that maybe she doesn't even recognize, but yet she still has feelings about it. Like, she knows what she has to do, and she knows that she's playing this game, but that doesn't stop her from feeling a way about it, because she just had to take lives. And it wasn't like a you or me type of thing, because a you or me type of thing, I think people feel a little bit different. Like, shoot, you tried to take me out, I got you first. But in this case, it was just a straight, you know, unalivement. So that was a little bit different for her. So I love the way that they did that, how they played that out, and how we got to see her having these emotions, because it's not just a cold, ruthless, no pun intended, but a cold, ruthless Ruth. You know, it's her doing literally what she has to do to survive and get to the ultimate goal. So I thought it was a dope scene at the end of the day. Bye, ninjas, bye.
Yeah, I can appreciate, because I don't remember, because, you know, we've been watching this since day one. I don't remember us ever seeing the internal conflict and flashback the way that they laid it out before. Never. I don't think we've ever seen that.
They've never done it.
Yeah, right. So for us to see it, it was pretty amazing to go from the black to white to flashing. Like, this is what people go through. This is PTS, post-traumatic stress. So to see it live in action on screen, they did a great job. They did an amazing job, and I felt it. I felt her pain. I felt her anguish. I felt her just like, why did I do this? How did I get here? Like, all of that wrapped up in those couple of minutes of those flashes. That gave me the understanding. If I've never watched Ruthless before, that gave me the true understanding of what she's going through and what she has to do, and how she has to play the loyalty game in order for her to survive, but in order for her to also get revenge. And that's the ultimate thing that we want right now for her. So I'm with you, Ruth. Do whatever you got to do. Pop, get rid of everybody. Do what you need to do. Yeah, this was great.
That part. Yeah, that scene, it was top tier. Again, I don't know whose idea it was. Just her in that moment after being told by Manny that having your first kill is gonna be a lot, which we know Ruth has had to do some things before, but not to this degree of pop, and hope that she doesn't, pop the wrong person, right? Being Andrew. Also, I was hoping she would just go in and turn that blick around and pop Obadiah, because when I tell y'all I'm sick of somebody, it's Obadiah. I was hoping she would take that man out, but I guess she had to be on the safe side, because if she took him out, then the AGRONYTES probably would have came for her, and the Hyat's probably like, Ruth, what did you do? You know how dramatic he can be. So she did make the right decision. But I do have one other question. We've seen two total trials. This was one trial, and then it was the trial of Dikahns. Which do you guys think was the more brutal trial?
Oh man, this is a great question, Tika, because both are like equally crazy. But I could say that the Dikahns trial, that was very detailed. That was very, like, we saw way more as far as what they did and how they were affected right there in real time with the Dikahns trial. So I think that one was way worse. This one was like, okay, yeah, you fight each other. Okay, yeah, you pop each other. That's very simple. No, the Dikahns trial had all types of mechanisms and whatever you needed to do. We were shocking bones. We were doing all types of crazy stuff with that box, right? That was with the box, right? That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah,
that one was ridiculous. So I say the Dikahns trial was crazy.
Absolutely. Chat, drop it in the chat. Let us know which trial you felt was more ruthless. Was it the Dikahns trial, or was it this particular trial? I don't even know what to name this one. The AGRONYTES versus Ruth, or I don't even know. EJ, I know you love Dikahns.
I do. I feel like anytime it's a character that you really truly like care about and love and have like really like, form this toxic connection with, I feel like those hurt more, because you've lived with them in their toxicity all this entire time. And now you have to watch something so brutal play out when you just want to keep being in this toxic world with them. It hurts. I didn't know these people. Except for Andrew and Manny, and Manny is a dirtbag, and Andrew still don't know what he really want to do. I wouldn't have cared one way or the other. And the only thing that would have got me is I look at him, when I see him, I see blue, and that's the only thing. I'd be like, well, not blue.
That's the only thing that saved him.
That's
it. Right. Well, I agree with both of you guys. That Dikahns trial was definitely the most ruthless one for me, especially like you say, EJ. We've grown to hate this character. We also have interacted with the actual cast member, so the brutality of it all just seemed so freaking real. The way they were kicking and laying hands and sticks and everything else, like it was so freaking brutal. So yeah, I definitely would choose that particular trial to be the most ruthless trial out there. Yeah, for sure. Let's see real quick with the chat. We knew Dikahns, and he was, we remember that, but that wasn't even the trial. That was the sentence. That was the final sentence. That wasn't even the trial. The trial was him being publicly beat down in front of everybody and degraded and slapped and derobed and uniform taken from him. Like, that was the most, that made me cry, because I actually literally felt bad for him. I'm like, dang, you deserve all that. But
I see both of y'all faces, boy. When we talk about this, I see y'all faces. Y'all really was affected by this. I feel you.
It's in here. It's in here. My heart.
I feel you. Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we're literally almost done, and we got to get to a river. We finally got to get to crossing over this whole entire river situation, because River said, F that. I'm about to get the heck up out of Dodge. And he goes into the office, tries to transfer money, but he sees that either the money is gone or that the money is frozen. He can't do anything with it. And so he decides that he's going to, well, I don't have no other choice. Let me walk outside this trailer. And right there, he was met by Andrew, the AGRONYTES, on the way to see the highest as well as Obadiah, y'all. And the trial wasn't over, like for River. Like, oh, you thought we forgot? Well, when I say they stumped the yard on River, they literally stumped the yard. Jay, EJ, any particular thoughts on River? And I'm still at River when he said F them kids. So at this point, whatever happens to River, it happens. But they literally proceeded to stump the yard on River.
Once again, River is saved by a beatdown, okay? Because he should have been out of here, okay? What the highest said, you know, I've had a lot of Dikahns, but you are the Judas. You betrayed me. Burn this right here, because now we got a whole bunch of Dikahns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Burn this, and now it's up to Ruth. Now, Ruth pretty much spared his life again, okay? Because this beatdown, he's still going to be alive after this. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be alive. But doggone it, yes, you're right. They stomped the yard. They stomped his mud hole in his A. They did it. It was pretty brutal. They jumped him. And did I feel bad? No, I didn't feel bad. Because again, we mentioned it earlier. We have been watching them for so long that I don't know. They kind of normalized River getting beat down. They normalized it. So I'm like, okay, this is another beat down for him. He got beat down by the highest. You know, the highest putting all types of tricks and stuff in his booty hole. We know that River's going through going through a whole bunch of stuff. So okay, this wasn't like he got beat down. It wasn't like a surprise to me. You know what I mean? So to me, Ruth spared his life by saying, beat him down instead of shoot him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because she definitely could have said that. She definitely could have said that, Jay. But she proceeded with the whoop that trick, get a whoop that trick. EJ.
You know, I don't feel jack for River. River has been on my ish list for a very long time. Now, you know, I'm a good for a good F them kids. You know, I'm good for a good F them kids sometimes. So that ain't even the reason. But my reasoning for River is that he also is just a snake in the grass. Him and Joan, I feel like they are not to be trusted. One thing we can say about Ruth is that, yeah, her tactics may be a certain way, but I feel like Ruth has always been solid when it comes to all of them. I feel like she's always put her life on the line for them. She's always found some sort of way to get them out of some mess each and every time. But anytime that it really comes down to it, like especially when he got that Dikahn thing, I mean, he really went in when he really lost his mind when that happened and thought he had the power. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could care less about how they treated River. I was really hoping that he would have got more, but this again was a saving grace. This was Ruth saying, hey, we ain't gonna take you out. I'm gonna save your behind one more time. I'm gonna save you again. And I'm just gonna say beat him up. But I feel like he's not even gonna see it that way. He's gonna see it as something else instead of what it really was. Because I really could have said blow his brains out and just called it a day. But we didn't do that. We said let's just whoop him up. And because if the highest or Obadiah had their choice in what it was, then we know that River wouldn't be here. And to be honest, I know you said that what's his name had plot armor. I think River the one with the real plot armor, because there's no way that River should still be here at this point. And why are we still always trying to go get this money? If we really cared about our lives so much, why wouldn't we just be like, you know what, I'm gonna be alive and broke rather than trying to go risk it all to get this money and probably won't even get up out of here, but I might get a chance if I just go ahead and just leave. And every time notice that River always is just trying to leave. Ruth say she got a plan, they supposed to stay, but no, what he try to do, he always going against whatever it is, and it always causes trouble no matter what. And so for me, I'm just like, girl, why do we even keep saving him? Like, why do we keep doing this? Because River is never going to be that guy. And I'm still mad, y'all. Y'all know what I'm mad about? I'm mad because my baby had to get blown up and River still gets to be alive. My other finesse twin had to get blown up. Okay. My boo-boo had to get his head cut off, but River still gets to walk around. I just don't get it. Okay. I don't get it. And I don't like it. But you know, it is what it is. Shout out to the beatdown though. Loved it.
At the end of the day, River, man, this episode should have been called "I Bumped My Head and I Don't Know What the Hell I'm Doing," because you saved Peter to put yourself in trouble to then run to try to get the money. Joan got the money on a flash drive. You ain't getting nothing. Now you get beat down again. It's always him falling into this perilous situation, and I think that's just part of what makes the chemistry of the show. Right? It's always River in trouble. River opening up his mouth. River saying the stupidest stuff. River getting beat down. It's always that. Like, he is like the guy that we look to get beat down. So this episode, man, am I ready for River to go? Yes. Is he ever gonna go? No. He's not. He will last to the end of the show. I think he'll probably last longer than Joan. Because Joan got plot armor too. You know what I'm saying? Even Zane, they all those guys that we see that was up there in the pavilion, they all got plot armor. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lacey, my boo. She's gone, but you know, rest in peace. Rest in ashes. But
Hey.
Yeah, man. This episode was interesting. I'm looking forward to the next one. But yes, back to the Negro Knights. We're in the building. Let's go.
Oh my God. Not the Negro Night. So while we're wrapping this thing up, y'all, I just want y'all to rate the episode. Rate the episode. Let me know what you're looking forward to on the next episode, and let everybody know what you got going on your channel. And shout out to VACAY-JTV with the Ruthless Roundtable. We are here. We are back. We definitely want to thank everybody for coming through. But we'll go ahead and give my girl EJ the floor and then proceed with Jay, and then I'll wrap this thing up. Mute it.
There we go. Sorry about that. So I'm going to give it like a 7.5. 8 is going to be my rating, because there's no way that you send my finesse twin back up in there. There's no way that we do any of this. I should give it a lower rating just because of that. But I'm going to be solid with them, but I don't even like none of that right there, okay? Bump that other chick. I just care about my guy, okay? We shouldn't be sending him back up in there. Episode was a solid episode. I'm excited to see what's going to go down. Y'all know I just be here for the ride is what it all boils down to on most shows. I'm just here for the ride and here for the shenanigans. And y'all know that I, of course... I'll be with the shenanigans and I'll be with the stuff. So y'all have to excuse me when it comes to the Ruthless. But other than that, as far as my channel, did I rate it? Yeah, I gave it a rating. As far as my channel is concerned, just keep your notifications turned on. Doing all the panels this week. Of course, we have Raising Canaan coming up on Friday. On Sunday, we have Virtual Club Eden, where it's always a vibe. So if you guys are watching All the Queen's Men, then please come and hang out with us. We are there every single Sunday doing our thing. Another unserious place. We always unserious over there. We have a lot of fun. So definitely come and check us out. On Mondays, we do the Vampire Lestat. Again, unserious. You got to check that out. If you're not watching it, you definitely got to check it out. And then House of the Dragon is on Tuesdays. And then, of course, we're back with the Ruthless Roundtable for Wednesday. And next week, your girl will be hosting. So please make sure that you guys come through and hang out with us.
Hey, that part. Thank you, EJ.
Of course.
Mr.
Yes,
VACAY Nights.
VACAY Nights, Negro Nights in the building. Great job, Tika. Thank you so much. And great intro as well. And great slides too. Doing your thing. Family, so what's going on with me? First reactions to Raising Canaan. First reactions to the Shy. Already out. That's coming. Another one is coming on the way. So just look out for that. Yeah. And yeah, of course, my recaps for Ruthless, right? Recaps for Ruthless. Yep. Definitely keep checking those out. Keep running those up. The Ruthless Roundtable, that's right. EJ hosting next week. Looking forward to that. And yeah, man, special shout out to my beloved niece. She is graduating from the Navy tomorrow,
Oh, wow.
fam. So definitely show her love. You know what I
Hey.
mean? I appreciate y'all. Y'all know how much my baby means to me. You know what I mean? That's my daughter. That's like my niece daughter. So, you know, shout out to her, and just keep her in prayer, and yeah, just keep your notification bells on. You know what it is, man. Vacay nights, Negro nights in the building. Let's go.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this is crazy. I gotta love it though, because you know this man gonna cosplay. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the shenanigans. I'm always here for a good time with my people. These are my people. I love my people. I love kicking it with my people. And we have a great time. Thank you, EJ. We have a great time, girl. Y'all, I was about to call it the whole audience, girl, because I see some dudes up in there. Listen, Larry Lamar, quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, Larry Lamar. But anyway, thank you, everybody, for tapping in, tuning in, kicking it with us right here at the Ruthless Roundtable. I'm just looking forward to anything Ruthless. Y'all know I'm a Ruthless addict. The sky can have the word Ruthless written in it, and I'm gonna find it, take a picture of it, and rock with it. Okay. So this definitely was a 9, and what gave it a 9 for me is just the fact of Ruth closing her eyes and doing a pow pow pow. Her muscle memory, just like Jake said, was everything, because Andrew, you could have been up out of there, boy. You better be glad she was behind that blicky and not me, because you would have been up out of there. I'd have forgot everything. So that's what gave it a 9. And then coming up on the channel, y'all, we got tomorrow's the teamer. I'm gonna try to do, if this is episode 8 of the Oval, I'm gonna try to give you guys a quick recap of episode 8 of the Oval. And then let's see, Friday we've got Raising Canaan, and then Sunday, hopefully EJ and I will be able to do our first reaction to the Vampire Lestat. Hopefully I'll be able to come in on Monday. My schedule is kind of changing. So hopefully I'll be able to come through with the ladies and hang out and do the live panel discussion of the Vampire Lestat. Oh my God, if you guys are not watching the Vampire Lestat, what are you doing? What are you waiting on? Akasha, Sheila Atim is in the building. And when I tell y'all Black Girl Magic was magicking, I was here for all the shenanigans, y'all. With that being said, thank you, everybody. And go subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Me and my girl EJ, we be working hard. I mean, we took a little break, but we getting back to it. But go to Talk That Talk Media. We have some great content, some great reactions, all the shenanigans. If y'all want to see EJ cry and really bust a tear, subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. I'm just saying. With that being said, thank you everybody for coming through. Thank you for showing love. I'm not gonna go over these individual names because I'll be here all night and I got something else to do. I love y'all though, but thank you so much for coming through. We absolutely appreciate you guys. And we're out of this thing. Stay ruthless.
Salute.
The highest hand it reached too low. A crib upon a patch of snow. Now I wear the silk and play the saint. My love is thick, my heart is faint. Oh, RAKU, let me breathe. A hollow kiss, a knife to sheath. Oh, RAKU, let me breathe. I'll hug the ghost until he breaks.